Green दिसते का? Okay, so glycine metabolism defect, metabolic defect of glycine. First one is glycinuria, increase the glycine content in the urine due to defective reabsorption. Then primary hyperoxaluria, that is due to defect in the glycine transaminase, so oxalate stone that occurs in the kidney. Okay, also known as a primary hyperoxaluria, mainly due to decreased protein targeting. Then next defect is nothing but phenylalanine, defect in the metabolism of phenylalanine, so known as a phenylketonuria or PKU. The phenylketonuria is name given because of there is one metabolite known as a phenyl pyruvate, which is a keto acid. That's why phenylketonuria. Okay. This was question in GPAT 2018. Phenylketonuria is due to the defect in one of the following amino acid metabolism. So phenyl alanine, and the deficiency of which enzyme, that is deficiency of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. Okay, and remember Guthrie test is used to diagnose the phenylketonuria. In that Bacillus subtilis is used. Bacillus subtilis is used for the assay of phenylalanine. Now tyrosinemia. So tyrosinemia first is due to the deficiency of fumaryl acetoacetate hydroxylase or mallyl acetoacetate isomerase. These two enzymes. So these two enzymes, if there is deficiency, you will get tyrosinemia type first, and vomiting, diarrhea. Then so whatever the vomit fluid of vomit is there, or whatever the stools are there, you will get a cabbage like odor. आपका जो गोभी होता है, गोभी जैसे स्मेल आएगा. Then tyrosinemia second, known as a Richner-Hanhart syndrome. Richner-Hanhart syndrome, defect in the tyrosine transaminase enzyme. Then neonatal tyrosinemia, that is due to absence of this enzyme, para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate dehydrogenase. Now this enzyme defect that occurs normally in the neonates or children's, and that's why and ascorbic acid is used to treat this disease. Then alkaptonuria, or it is known as a black urine disease. Alkaptonuria or black urine disease. So again, it is an inborn error of metabolism. Defective enzyme is nothing but the homogentisate oxidase. Okay, so due to blockage of the metabolism of this tyrosine, whatever metabolite are there, homogentisate, that accumulates in the blood and excreted in the urine. Now this homogentisate has a black or brown color that will impart black color to the urine. That's why known as a black urine disease, alkaptonuria. इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. phenylketonuria के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ चुका है जीपीएट में. Both are important. Now we'll see the next one is again tyrosine का metabolic defect in the tyrosinase, defect of the biosynthesis of melanin. So this tyrosine and phenylalanine, these two amino acid, they are a bioprecursor for lot of important compounds in the body. Okay, like biogenic amines and all that. So this tyrosine is also important for your male. There is one pigment known as melanin in your body. So whatever skin color is there, so जैसे भी आपका स्किन कलर होता है, जो आप थोड़ा सा डार्क हो गया या ज्यादा फेयर हो गया, दैट इज ड्यू टू द कंटेंट, मेलानिन कंटेंट. जितना मेलानिन है उतना डार्क रहेगा कलर, जितना मेलानिन कम है उतना आपका कलर फेयर रहेगा. डिफेक्ट इन द टायरोसिनेज एंजाइम, that is important for biosynthesis of your melanin. So you develop a albinism. So defective synthesis or defective synthesis of melanin, or if melanin is not synthesized in your body, you will suffer from albinism. आपने देखा होगा आपके सराउंडिंग में या फिर आपके सिटी में जो भी कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि वो पूरा व्हाइट कलर के होते हैं, जैसे फॉरेन से आए, लेकिन वो फॉरेन के नहीं, यही के आप ही के गांव के, आप ही के शहर के, आप ही के नजदीक के, लेकिन उनका पूरा बॉडी जो है व्हाइट. या फिर कुछ देखा होगा आपने, किसी के नेक के ऊपर व्हाइट पैचेस रहते हैं, या फिर पूरा स्टार्ट होता है हाथ से या फिर स्टमक एरिया से, ठीक है, या फिर थोड़ा सा व्हाइट पैचेस आना चालू होता है, बाद में पूरा होल बॉडी जो है उनका व्हाइट बन जाता है. दैट इज नथिंग बट द अल्बिनिज्म. ओके, so albinism is a autosomal recessive disorder, inborn error with generalized lack of melanin. Means ये inborn error होता है, बचपन से ही हो सकता है या फिर बाद में भी हो सकता है, due to defect in this tyrosinase enzyme, defect in the tyrosinase enzyme. So this tyrosine is बाय प्रिकर्सर फॉर मेलानिन. मेलानिन कहाँ से बनता है? टायरोसिन से बनता है बाय द मेटाबॉलिज्म. टायरोसिन का मेटाबॉलिज्म होके मेलानिन बनेगा बाद में, बट उसके मेटाबॉलिज्म के लिए वहाँ पे एक एंजाइम लगता है टायरोसिन. This enzyme is required, tyrosinase. So if there is defect in this tyrosinase enzyme, so your body will not make melanin, and your skin color will be totally white. Okay, so that is known as albinism. Okay, albinism. Then leukoderma and vitiligo. So leukoderma and vitiligo, they are also nothing but the it is a white. There will be white patches. Initial stage of your albinism. इनिशियली अल्बिनिज्म का जो पहला स्टेज होता है वो अचानक ही पूरा बॉडी व्हाइट नहीं हो जाएगा, थोड़े थोड़े पैचेस आना चालू होगी. मैंने बोला है कि स्टमक एरिया पे पैच आएगा आपको व्हाइट कलर का, या फिर कोई बाहर नेक पे आएगा. सो दैट इज नोन एज अ ल्यूकोडर्मा. एंड विटिलिगो मीन्स localized loss of or degeneration of melanocytes. So melanocytes are the cells containing melanin pigment. आपके बॉडी में आपके हर एक स्किन के ऊपर मेलानोसाइट्स होते हैं. So if there is a degeneration of melanocytes, you will get a local white patch that is known as a vitiligo. Okay. Then again graying of hair. आपका जो normally hair जो होता है black color का होता है, so your hair become gray. That is due to lack of melanocytes in the hair roots. So if melanin containing cells are not there, or there is a degeneration of melanin containing cell in the skin or your hairs. So if it is in the skin, you will get a white patches on the skin. If it is present in the hair, you will get a hair that is a gray color. Again, moles in the body. Moles मतलब आपका जो मस्सा होता है, मस्सा जो होता है ना, moles बोलते हैं उसको. So moles on the body, it is due to hyperpigmentation and hyperactivity of melanocytes. ठीक है, आपके को मस्सा होगा. मस्सा देखो ब्लैक कलर का होता है या फिर ब्राउन कलर का होता है. ठीक है, ब्राउन या ब्लैक कलर का. पूरे आप गोरे हो लेकिन बीच में आपके गाल के ऊपर एक मस्सा, वो रिमूव नहीं कर सकते. दैट इज नोन एज मोल्स. दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ हाइपर एक्टिविटी ऑफ योर melanocytes. Then next amino acid is nothing but the tryptophan. So in metabolism of tryptophan, so there is a metabolism of tryptophan known as a Hartnup disease. So Hartnup disease is a metabolic disorder of tryptophan amino acid. It was described by Hartnup family, which is again also hereditary. उसमें भी जेनेटिक प्रॉब्लम होता है, हेरिडिटरी होता है. हेरिडिटरी डिसऑर्डर कैरेक्टराइज्ड बाय लो प्लाज्मा लेवल इन द ट्रिप्टोफैन. तो ब्लड में ट्रिप्टोफैन का लेवल कम हो जाता है इसमें, इसको बोलते हैं हार्टनप डिसीज. इट वाज डिस्कवर्ड बाय डॉक्टर हार्टनप एंड इट्स फैमिली मेंबर. देयर इज अ डिक्रीज्ड प्लाज्मा लेवल और लो प्लाज्मा लेवल ऑफ ट्रिप्टोफैन and neutral acids. So the symptoms are like pellagra like symptoms. तो इसमें सिर्फ आप इतना याद रखो, अल्बिनिज्म इज बिकॉज ऑफ द डिफेक्ट इन द टायरोसिनेज. आपको 2-3 टाइप के क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे यहाँ पे, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन भी पूछ सकते हैं कि phenylketonuria is a metabolic disorder of phenylalanine metabolism. It is due to one of the following defect in the enzyme. ऐसा क्वेश्चन डायरेक्ट पूछेंगे, या फिर डायरेक्टली पूछेंगे कि अल्बिनिज्म is due to defect in the following enzyme, that is tyrosinase. या फिर आपको मैच द फॉलोइंग टाइप का क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे, तो आपको एक कॉलम में देंगे डिफेक्ट जैसे अल्बिनिज्म, फिनाइलकेटोन्यूरिया, ब्लैक यूरिन डिसीज, और एक कॉलम में देंगे उसके अमीनो एसिड या फिर उसका एंजाइम्स का नाम, और बोलेंगे मैच द करेक्ट, फाइंड द करेक्ट मैच. So in that condition also you should able to answer the question. Then next one is nothing but the cysteine amino acid. So cysteine is a sulfur containing amino acid. Remember, cysteine, cysteine and methionine, 3 amino acids: cysteine, cysteine and methionine. These are the sulfur containing amino acid. So metabolic defect that is known as a cysteinuria. Cysteinuria means increased cysteine in the urine. It is a common inherited disease of carrier cysteine. So what happens in this, तो इसमें होता है कि सिस्टीन यूरिया में क्या होता है कि सिस्टीन जो कैरियर प्रोटीन लगता है सिस्टीन के लिए, सिस्टीन को ट्रांसपोर्ट करने के लिए, सो दैट कैरियर प्रोटीन इज नॉट देयर. सो कॉमन inherited disease of carrier processing in which is present in the kidney for reabsorption of cysteine, ornithine, arginine, lysine. So there is one protein known as a carrier protein which are required for the reabsorption of this cysteine फ्रॉम रीनल ट्यूबुल्स। जो किडनी का ट्यूबुल्स है उसमें से रीअब्सॉर्प्शन होने के लिए उसका एक प्रोटीन लगता है, कैरियर मेडिएटेड ट्रांसपोर्ट, जो आपने पढ़ा होगा, को बोला भी when we was discussing about the absorption chapter. So carrier लगता है, वो carrier कौन होता है? प्रोटीन होता है. That carrier protein is defective. That carrier protein is not there. So by genetic defect, you will not able to synthesize that carrier protein, which are responsible for the reabsorption of cysteine, ornithine, arginine, and lysine amino acid. Or if it is there, it become defective. Or if it is defective or it is absent, so you will get a cystinuria. Cystinuria मतलब presence of cysteine in the urine. Okay. Then next one is the cystinosis. Cystinosis. Cystinosis means cystine storage disease. It is a cystine storage disease. So your body will not able to store this cysteine. It is a defect in the cysteine reductase enzyme. Due to defect in the cysteine reductase enzyme, cysteine crystal deposit on the tissue and amino acid urea. That means इसमें क्या होता है कि देखो cystinosis मतलब it is a storage disease. It is a storage disease of cysteine. So due to defect in the cysteine reductase, cysteine crystal get deposited into various body tissue and you may suffer from amino acid urea. Amino acid आपके यूरिन में आ जाएगा. Patient will die in the 10 days. Patient suffering from cystinosis will die in 10 days. Next disease is next metabolic disorder of cysteine is homocystinuria. Homocystinuria. It is known as type first. Homocystinuria is due to defect in the enzyme cystithione synthetase. Cystithione synthetase. Okay. So there are a lot of metabolic disorders which are also given in the book. But whatever is important, I have taken this. So if you want to read more, you can read from biochemistry. Now again, this is very important. So valine, leucine, and isoleucine. These three amino acids, they are known as a branch chain amino acid. Valine, leucine, isoleucine. They are known as a branch chain amino acid. उसमें कार्बन स्केलेटन होगा लंबा, branch chain होगा, branching. They are known as a branch chain amino acid. So their metabolic defect is one important metabolic defect known as a maple syrup urine disease. Maple syrup urine disease. What happens in this? So if you are suffering from maple syrup urine disease, that means your urine will smell like a maple syrup or burnt sugar. जब आप शुगर लेंगे और उसको जलाएंगे तो कैसा स्मेल आता है, उस तरीके का स्मेल आपकी यूरिन से आएगा. That is known as a maple syrup urine disease. So patient's urine will smell like a maple syrup or burnt sugar. It is due to defect in the enzyme known as branched chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase. So enzyme याद रखो, enzyme important है. So maple syrup urine disease is a metabolic disorder of your branch chain amino acids metabolism, and that is due to defect in the branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase. इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. Maple syrup urine disease, that is due to the that is a metabolic disorder of your branched chain amino acid, and that is due to mainly a defect in the enzyme known as alpha keto acid dehydrogenase. ये important है. Okay. Then another is their intermediate branch chain maple syrup urine. So it is same like above but less severe. तो आपको यहाँ याद रखना है हार्टनप डिसीज, ट्रिप्टोफैन, सिस्टीन यूरिया, सिस्टिनोसिस. ओके. देन ये ब्रांच चेन अमीनो एसिड का डिफेक्ट होता है, मेटाबॉलिक डिफेक्ट, दैट इज नोन एज अ मैपल सिरप यूरिन डिसीज. मैपल सिरप यूरिन डिसीज ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. विल सी द नेक्स्ट. आर यू गेटिंग और नॉट? समझ रहा है नहीं समझ रहा है? हेलो. ओके. नाउ विल टेक अगेन शॉर्ट, विल समराइज शॉर्टली. सो इनबॉर्न एरर ऑफ अमीनो एसिड मेटाबॉलिज्म. ठीक है, एक बार फिर से एक शॉर्ट में समरी. सिर्फ एरर का नाम क्या है और डिफिशियंसी किसका है. सो इनबॉर्न एरर ऑफ अमीनो एसिड मेटाबॉलिज्म. सो डिसऑर्डर्स एंड मेटाबॉलिक डिफेक्ट. कौन सा डिसऑर्डर है, कौन सा मेटाबॉलिक डिफेक्ट है, उसमें कौन सा एंजाइम डिफेक्टिव है. सो फर्स्ट, okay, first metabolic inborn error of your phenylalanine and tyrosine, that is a aromatic amino acids. So in that you have first phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria is due to metabolic defect of phenylalanine hydroxylase. कौन सा defective enzyme है, phenylalanine hydroxylase. समरी है इसका, ठीक है। phenylketonuria, phenylketonuria is due to the defect in the phenylalanine hydroxylase. Then tyrosinemia type second, it is due to defect in the, it is due to be in tyrosine transaminase. Then next one is the neonatal tyrosinemia, it is also due to defect in the one enzyme known as para hydroxy phenyl pyruvate dehydrogenase. Okay. Then next one is the alkaptonuria, it is due to defect in the enzyme known as homogentisate ऑक्सीडेज, होमोजेंटिसेट ऑक्सीडेज, ये याद रखो, इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका है। देन नेक्स्ट वन इज अ टायरोसिनेमिया टाइप 1 known as a tyrosinoses, it is due to the acetoacetate isomerase, melanil acetoacetate isomerase, okay, melanil acetoacetate isomerase or fumarate acetoacetate hydroxylase, both, okay, due to the deficiency of this defect in this enzyme. Next one is albinism, albinism is due to tyrosinase, याद रखो टायरोसिनेस। तो इसके ऊपर आपको मैच द फॉलोइंग टाइप का क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे आप पूछ सकते हो। जैसे मैंने ये एक कॉलम में देंगे डिसऑर्डर्स, जैसे देंगे एक कॉलम में डिसऑर्डर्स, दूसरे कॉलम में देंगे मेटाबॉलिक डिफेक्ट और एंजाइम डिफेक्ट। यहाँ पे मोर प्रिसाइजली एंजाइम डिफेक्ट, मेटाबॉलिक डिफेक्ट की बजाय एंजाइम डिफेक्ट, यहाँ पे आएगा एंजाइम डिफेक्ट। तो बोलेंगे ये कॉलम में ये देंगे नाम आपको रैंडमली, ये कॉलम में ये देंगे, बोलेंगे फाइंड द करेक्ट मैच। So in that condition you have to, so remember phenylketonuria is due to the defect in the phenylalanine hydroxylase. Then tyrosinemia type second is due to tyrosine transaminase. Neonatal tyrosinemia is due to defect in the para hydroxy phenyl pyruvate deoxygenase. Okay. Then next one is a alkaptonuria is due to the homogentisate oxidase. Then tyrosinemia type 1 is due to melanil acetoacetate isomerase or fumarate acetoacetate isomerase. The next one is albinism is due to enzyme defect known as tyrosinase. Okay, this was the inborn error of amino acid known as aromatic amino acid. Now errors of sulfur containing amino acid, inborn errors of sulfur containing amino acid कितने हैं आपके sulfur containing methionine, cysteine and cysteine. Now उसमें सबसे पहले आता है cysteine urea. Cysteine urea is due to defect in the defective renal reabsorption of cysteine. Cystinosis is due to impaired cysteine utilization, depleting the enzyme lysosomal enzyme function. Then this homocystinuria type was due to this cystination, cystathione synthetase. Cystathione synthetase. Homocystinuria type second due to N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase. तो ये बाकी का जो है वो सेम है, cystinuria type second type 3 जो है that is due to the same enzyme defect known as N5N10 methylene tetrahydrofolate reductase. तो जो सिस्टीन का मेटाबॉलिज्म होके बाद में जो बनता है उसका एंड प्रोडक्ट, सो जो वो that end product is utilized in the folic acid incorporation, one carbon atom transfer mechanism. तो due to that homocystinuria type, then cystathione urea. Cystathione is due to defect in the cystathionase enzyme. So these are the metabolic disorders or metabolic defect or inborn errors of amino acid metabolism. And next one is glycine. Glycine का कितना? So glycine, so it is optically inactive amino acid. Remember, it does not have any chiral center, so it is optically inactive. So in that you have glycine urea, that is due to defect in the renal reabsorption of glycine. In primary hyperoxaluria, that is due to the defect in the enzyme glycine transaminase. Now next error is a tryptophan. So Hartnup disease, defective intestinal reabsorption of your tryptophan. So your tryptophan in this condition is not able to absorb from intestine. So Hartnup disease. Then inborn error of branch chain amino acids. So that is valine, leucine and isoleucine, or branch chain amino acids or amino acid containing aliphatic side chain. So in that you have maple syrup urine disease, that is due to defect in the enzyme known as a branch chain alpha keto acid dehydrogenase. Next one is intermittent branch chain ketonuria, that is a variation of above only. It is just a variation of above but less severe. Hypervanillinemia, so increase the vanillin in your blood, that is due to enzyme vanillin transaminase. Defective enzyme is vanillin transaminase. Then next one is isovaleric acid acidemia. Isovaleric acidemia. So isovaleryl CoA dehydrogenase enzyme. इसका डेफिनेशन वैसे होता है. Inborn error of histidine metabolism. So histidinemia, increased level of histidine in your blood. So due to deficiency of histidase enzyme. Then proline के related कौन सा inborn error? So hyperprolinemia, that is due to defect in the proline oxidase enzyme. So this is the inborn error in the amino acid metabolism. Now next one is there are some amino acid which are the bioprecursor for different amines in the body. Whatever biogenic amines are there in the body. So this amines has various kind of functions in your body. So these amines are derived from amino acids. So we'll see that. So first one is a glycine. Glycines, okay. So what is the amino acid and their derivative neurotransmitter? Amino acid and their neurotransmitter derivatives. So there are few amino acids which act as a neurotransmitter or chemical messengers in the brain. तो ब्रेन में जितना न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर होता है उसमें का बहुत सारा अमीनो एसिड ही है ऑलरेडी. डायरेक्टली अमीनो एसिड जैसे ग्लाइसिन ग्लूटामेट ऐसा है. ग्लाइसिन और ग्लूटामेट डायरेक्टली अमीनो एसिड है. देन गाबा भी एक अमीनो एसिड है. ग्लाइसिन ग्लूटामेट गाबा. देन उसके डेरिवेटिव्स जो अमीनो एसिड का डेरिवेटिव है जैसे फिनाइलएलेनिन टायरोसिन का डेरिवेटिव आता है आपका डोपामाइन adrenaline, serotonin. So first one is glycine. So what is the role of your glycine? Glycine is inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. It is a inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain and spinal cord. Next one is a glutamate. Glutamate is a excitatory neurotransmitter. Dopamine is a biogenic amine. Okay, it is responsible for the increase in the blood pressure in the body. Then dopamine is also neurotransmitter. It is present in the various parts of brain. So deficiency of this dopamine, if there is deficiency of this dopamine in the brain, that leads to Parkinsonism. We have seen that. Then epinephrine and norepinephrine, that is also known as adrenaline, and noradrenaline. So they are the derivative. They are derived from or they are biosynthesized from tyrosine amino acid. They are the sympathetic nervous system neurotransmitter for adrenergic nervous system. The next one is the serotonin. Serotonin is also uh, it is also synthesized from tyrosine amino acid only. So serotonin is also known as a 5-hydroxytryptamine 5-EHT. 5-EHT बोलते हैं उसको. 5-EHT is a serotonin that regulate the cerebral activity and behavior. तो जो cerebral activity है आपका that is responsible for the awakening of your brain. आपका ब्रेन अगर सो गए तो उसको अवेक कौन रखता है? सेरोटोनिन. Regulate the cerebral activity and behavior. So whatever behavior is also there. So sometimes you may become angry, sometimes you may become lovable. That is due to the serotonin. Then gamma aminobutyric acid. So it is an inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. So decrease the level of GABA in the brain causes epilepsy. इसका लेवल अगर ब्रेन में कम हो गया तो आपको फिट्स आएंगे. इसका लेवल बढ़ेगा आपको तो आपको नींद आएगी या फिर आपका ब्रेन डिप्रेस हो जाएगा because it is inhibitory neurotransmitter. Glycine is also inhibitory. Glutamate is a excitatory neurotransmitter. Various drugs acting on CNS, they either increase or decrease the level of these amino acids, or they will interact with the receptors of these amino acids like glutamate receptor, glycine receptor 6 times. As I already told you, your pharmacology is based upon three subjects known as your anatomy, physiology, biochemistry and microbiology. So that's why biochemistry is also very important. It is a basis for pharmacology like anatomy, physiology and microbiology. Next is nothing but the few biogenic amines and their function in the body. So biogenic amines and their function in the body. Amino acid serine. So from amino acid serine, you will get amine known as ethanolamine. Ethanolamine you are getting from serine amino acid. Serine amino acid से मेटाबॉलिज्म होके बाद में इथेनोलामाइन बनता है. इथेनोलामाइन that is a storage form for choline. फंक्शन क्या है उसका? This is storage form for choline. Then next one is a glutamate. जैसे ग्लूटामेट अमीनो एसिड आपका ग्लूटामेट अमीनो एसिड के बाद में उसका मॉडिफाई होने के बाद वो दैट इज अ बायोप्रिकर्सर, उससे बनता है आपका गामा अमीनो ब्यूटारिक एसिड गाबा. So glutamate is a bioprecursor for GABA. GABA is nothing but the inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. जैसे आपका हिस्टीडीन हो गया, हिस्टीडीन हिस्टीडीन से बनेगा आपका हिस्टामाइन. Histamine has a different role in the body. So histamine is again a biogenic amine in the body. So responsible mainly for the allergic reactions. So histamine जब रिलीज होगा तो आपको क्या होगा, ब्रोंकोकंस्ट्रिक्शन, ब्रोंकोकंस्ट्रिक्शन, वैसोडाइलेशन, उसके बाद में स्किन रिएक्शंस हो गए, ब्रोंकोकंस्ट्रिक्शन, वैसोडाइलेशन, डिक्रीज्ड हार्ट रेट, डिक्रीज्ड ब्लड प्रेशर, एक्सेट्रा. So histamine has a different role. So remember histamine is stored in the mast cell. Mast cell जो होता है उसके ग्रेनुल्स में histamine रहता है. नेक्स्ट वन इज फिनाइलएलानिन. फिनाइलएलानिन से आपका टायरोसिन बनता है, टायरोसिन से बनता है डोपामाइन, डोपा बनता है, उससे बनता है डोपामाइन, डोपामाइन से बनता है नॉरएड्रेनालिन, बाद में एड्रेनालिन. So this phenylalanine and tyrosine, they are very important. So phenylalanine tyrosine से बनता है सब कुछ, मतलब phenylalanine tyrosine, phenylalanine tyrosine में डिफरेंस क्या है? There is only one difference, para hydroxyl group at a benzene ring. जो फिनाइल रिंग है, सॉरी फिनाइल रिंग के जो फिनाइलएलानिन का स्ट्रक्चर है उसमें जो फिनाइल रिंग है उसमें अगर पैरा पोजीशन को आप हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप डाल दो, that will become tyrosine. So there is only just difference. So and that is precursor for your biogenic amines like your dopamine, then noradrenaline, adrenaline, etc. You know, dopamine has a physiological role in the body, and also it is a precursor for the neurotransmitter like adrenaline, noradrenaline. Next one is a tyrosine. So tyrosine is a bioprecursor for one amine known as a tyramine. Tyramine is a, it is a vasopressor, blood vessel को constrict करता है. Then tryptophan, tryptophan से बनेगा आपका ट्रिप्टामाइन, सेरोटोनिन एंड मेलाटोनिन. ट्रिप्टोफैन से बनेगा आपका ये तीन, ट्रिप्टामाइन, सेरोटोनिन एंड मेलाटोनिन. So tryptamine, that is nothing but that is vasopressor agent which will increase the blood pressure. Then serotonin is nothing but it is a again important messenger in your body, and it is known as a 5-hydroxytryptamine and responsible for the awakening of your brain, cerebral activity, stimulate the cerebral activity. Then next one is the melatonin. Melatonin it controls the circadian rhythm of your body. Circadian rhythm मतलब स्लीप साइकिल. आप देखो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको 10 बजे सोने की आदत है तो दूसरे दिन 10 बजे ही आपको नींद आएगी, उससे पहले नहीं आएगी. दैट इज कंट्रोल बाय मेलाटोनिन, सर्कैडियन रिदम ऑफ योर बॉडी. दैट इज मेलाटोनिन, दैट इज फॉर्म बाय मेलाटोनिन. कहाँ से बनता है? आपको ट्रिप्टोफैन अमीनो एसिड से. देन सिस्टीन अमीनो एसिड जो है दैट विल गिव यू टाउरिन. सो दीज आर द व्हाटएवर these are there. So second column में, ये third column में जो भी है, so all these are the amines, okay, and they are biosynthesized from this. यहाँ से bio, so there are certain amino acids which give you various biogenic amines. Biogenic amines have various kind of role. So cysteine will give you taurine amine, and that is a important constituent of your bile acid. So this will end your amino acid chapter. We have seen amino acid, then different classes of amino acid, classification of amino acid depending upon the nutritional requirement, classification of amino acid depending upon the polarity, classification depending upon the structures that we have seen. Then non-protein amino acid, their function, we have seen that. Then protein, what is the protein structure of protein, primary, secondary structure, tertiary structure, quaternary structure, we have seen that. Determination of protein structure we have seen. Okay, we have seen this. Properties of proteins, denaturation of protein, we have seen this. Okay, then we have seen metabolism of amino acid, that is transamination, deamination. These are the two major reactions seen. Then we have seen the urea cycle. Urea cycle is also important. Then we have seen the defect in the amino acid metabolism. So this was your chapter known as amino acids. Now we'll see